One of the key challenges of being a photographer is communicating your vision to a viewer. NEMS themselves acknowledge this by identifying three key elements that a judge should be taking into account when looking at an image. Firstly, there's the technical aspects of the picture, the exposure, for example. Secondly, the content of the picture, or the medium. But finally, and a large percentage, is what the picture communicates, i.e. the message. However, often with just one image, it is difficult to convey exactly what you, the photographer, is actually trying to represent. It is like showing someone a solitary photo of your holiday and expecting it to convey the entire holiday experience, compared with, say, presenting an entire book of holiday images. The Panel of 4 competition is a chase to escape the confines of a single image and allow you, the photographer, to create a storyline with your images. As an example, here we have a single image. Now I want you for a few seconds to come up with some single words representing what you think I was trying to convey. Hopefully you've come up with many possible words, but ask the question, is there enough information here to work out what I was actually trying to convey? If we now add 3 more images, I hope you can now see that what I was trying to convey was autumn and autumn leaves. So what makes a good panel of 4 images? Well, firstly, each of the images must be capable of standing on its own merit. That does not mean it has to be necessarily outstanding in itself, but it should be free of any obvious technical defects. Secondly, there must be some sort of link or connection between the 4 images. In my case, hopefully, the connection was obvious, but it can be more subtle. However, it must be obvious enough for the judge to understand it. And remember, a good title can often help here. Finally, the 4 images together must in some way transcend each of the individual images, so that when presented they add an extra dimension which is not obvious from the individual images. The 4 individuals themselves can be taken as part of a single idea you've had, or they could be 4 separate images taken in different places, different times, that you somehow see a connection. For example, these 4 cars. You can even take a single image and create 4 separate images from that one. As well as make it easy to convey your message, one of the fun things you can do with a panel of 4, especially with DPIs, is play around with how you lay out your images. While the standard layout is a rectangle with each image lined up, there's no reason why you cannot use another layout. For example, in this one I've called Zoom, by placing images right to left, I've tried to show progression as we zoom into the leaves. You could use something similar with show time passing. With the other one, I deliberately chose not to use the normal symmetrical layout, and in my mind it makes the competition more interesting. In fact, panel 4 really lets you have fun with layout, such as this one from Simon Pearce called Deconstructed Elephant. Okay, you have chosen your theme and your 4 images. Here are some tips on how to put together a panel of 4. Firstly, always work with your original unresized images, since you will need to rescale your image at the end to meet club competition rules. Using pen and paper, map out how you want to present your 4 images. Work out the width and height of your original pictures in pixels and the overall dimensions of your panel of 4. Remember to include the size of your internal borders, but not the external ones, since we'll add those later. In your photo editor, create a new document of the size of your panel of 4 and copy your pictures as layers into this new document. Move the images to their correct position using the outer edges of the canvas and guides to correctly position your pictures. When you're happy, resize the canvas again to this time add the external borders. Remember, there are 2, one both sides. Then resize the entire document to to meet club sizing rules. In summary, the Panel of 4 provides opportunities to express your creativity that are not really afforded by a single image. Hopefully this video has given you some ideas and has inspired you to give it a go. Have fun!